Imagine waking up to the ground shaking beneath you, only to learn that a devastating explosion has claimed 16 lives in your quiet rural community. It's a nightmare that turned Friday morning into tragedy for Tennessee residents, and it begs the question, how safe are the facilities powering our military right in our backyards? In the early hours of Friday, October 10th, 2025, a massive blast rocked the Accurate Energetic Systems plant in rural Tennessee, completely destroying the facility and sending shockwaves that residents felt miles away. This explosives manufacturing site, which specializes in developing and supplying materials for the U.S. military, was reduced to a chaotic scene of twisted metal, charred wreckage, and smoldering ruins, including several burned-out vehicles. Tragically, authorities confirmed that all 16 people at the plant perished, with no survivors pulled from the debris. For those unfamiliar with such incidents, this kind of explosion isn't just a loud bang. It's a catastrophic release of energy from volatile materials that can level buildings in seconds, highlighting the inherent risks in handling high-powered substances like those used in munitions. The exact reason behind this horrific event remains a mystery for now. Teams of investigators are meticulously sifting through the scorched grounds, inch by inch, in hopes of uncovering clues amid the devastation. Humphreys County Sheriff Chris Davis, speaking at a press conference, captured the raw human side of this disaster. "There's a gauntlet of emotions there," he said, his voice breaking as he paused to compose himself. He then called for prayers for the grieving families, adding solemnly, "We've recovered no survivors." It's moments like these that remind us how these tragedies ripple far beyond the site, touching everyday people in profound ways. As the community reeled, a heartfelt vigil unfolded that evening at Hurricane Chapel in McEwen, drawing neighbors who knew the victims and their loved ones personally. Senior Pastor Tim Farris addressed the crowd, emphasizing the tight-knit bonds in this area. "There's a lot of people hurting, a lot of people who are crying a lot of tears," he shared. While the initial sadness was overwhelming, he saw it as a chance for the church to step up and offer comfort. "We are sad that our community is going through this, but it's a tremendous opportunity for the church to minister to a lot of those people today." Pastor Farris recounted his conversations with affected families, noting how shock had left them numb on Friday. But by Saturday, the emotions had surged. Speaking with some of the families today, they were very emotional, he explained. "They can hardly speak or anything. They are so emotional. I think as this goes on, it's going to hit more people. The depth of this, the reality of it, that's when they're going to need people the most." This progression of grief, from denial to deep sorrow, is a common pattern in traumatic events, and it underscores why ongoing community support is crucial for healing. Among those at the vigil was Pamela Jane Brown, who joined to pray for friends unaccounted for and their relatives. She shared a personal connection. An acquaintance of her family was driving past the plant when the blast hit, leaving him hurt pretty good, all cut up and bruised, though he's now recuperating at home. "I was heartbroken," Brown admitted, having first heard the news via social media. Yet gathering for prayer brought a silver lining. It was a coming together of the community, a good feeling. Stories like hers show how these disasters knit people closer, turning strangers into supporters overnight. To aid in the grim task of identification, state officials deployed a rapid DNA team, specialists who use advanced, quick testing technology to match genetic samples from remains to family members, speeding up what would otherwise be a drawn-out process. Sheriff Davis described the ongoing response as involving around 300 personnel working in a careful, step-by-step manner. They're navigating unstable explosive remnants, which could still pose dangers. So, safety measures include an ambulance and helicopter on standby for any responder injuries. It's not like working an accident. It's not like working a tornado. We're dealing with explosions, and I would say at this time, we're dealing with remains, Davis clarified, painting a picture of the unique hazards that make this recovery operation so challenging. Guy McCormick, a supervisory special agent from the U.S. Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, ATF, explained that their explosive experts and bomb techs are first securing the area for deeper probes. The site's instability, altered by the intense heat and pressure of the blast, means conditions can shift unpredictably, adding layers of complexity to the investigation. And this is the part most people miss. While the focus is on the immediate horror, ruling out foul play could take days, weeks, or even months, leaving the community in a limbo of uncertainty. The plant sits in a lush, wooded stretch of Middle Tennessee, nestled between the lifeblood of the Tennessee River to the west and the vibrant energy of Nashville to the east. Scattered among the trees are humble homes occupied by what local Terry Badsby calls good old country people, folks who value simplicity and neighborly ties. Bagsby, a 68-year-old retiree who pitches in at a nearby gas station, captured the mood perfectly. People in this close community are very, very sad, he said, especially since he knows some who worked at the site. I don't know how to explain it. Just a lot of grief. His words echo the profound loss felt in small towns where everyone is connected. Officials announced that counselors would be on hand Monday to support students grappling with the sorrow, recognizing how such events disrupt young lives. Earlier that Saturday, about 30 individuals convened at the McEwen Church for prayer, with soft music filling the air as they bowed heads, some kneeling and placing comforting hands on one another. Tears flowed quietly amid murmured prayers, a poignant display of shared mourning. Reflecting afterward, Pastor Farris noted the region's history of hardships, like a deadly flood in recent years. He urged support for the first responders, too. This is tiresome physically. This kind of thing weighs on you mentally. They carry that home. They need prayer and encouragement as well. It's a reminder that heroes on the front lines bear invisible emotional scars. The company, headquartered in nearby McEwen, operates an 8-building complex amid the hilly, wooded Bucksnort area, roughly 60 miles southwest of Nashville. Their website details processing explosives and ammunition, but details on staff numbers or those present during the incident aren't public yet. In a Friday social media update, Accurate Energetic Systems expressed condolences. Their thoughts and prayers go out to impacted families and the community. They also thank the first responders who continue to work tirelessly under difficult conditions. But here's where it gets controversial. This firm has secured multiple military contracts from the Army and Navy for munitions ranging from bulk explosives to landmines and even C4 breaching charges. Items essential for defense, but raising questions about the risks of such operations near civilian areas. Public records back this up, showing their role in national security. The blast jolted locals from sleep. In Lobelville, 20 minutes away, homes trembled, and home security cameras caught the thunderous roar. Gentry Stover, living close by, was startled awake. "I thought the house had collapsed with me inside of it," he recounted to the Associated Press. "I live very close to Accurate, and I realized about 30 seconds after I woke up that it had to have been that." Tennessee Governor Bill Lee took to X, formerly Twitter, to say he's tracking developments and called on residents to pray for those affected. That Friday night, a small candlelit vigil in a local park featured songs like Amazing Grace as participants prayed for the missing and their loved ones. The U.S. has a somber legacy of workplace disasters. From the 1907 Monongah coal mine blast in West Virginia that killed 362 to 1960s industrial mishaps that spurred the creation of the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, OSHA, under President Nixon. Agencies designed to prevent repeats by enforcing safety standards. Now, for a point that might stow debate. In 2019, Accurate Energetic Systems drew minor fines from the U.S. Department of Labor via OSHA for lapses in protecting workers from hazardous chemicals, radiation, and irritants. And back in 2014, another explosion at a similar facility in the area claimed 1 life and injured at least 3. Incidents that prompt us to wonder, were warning signs ignored, Or is this an unavoidable risk in vital industries? Could tighter regulations have made a difference? Or would they hinder our military readiness? What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments below, whether you agree that more oversight is needed or see these as tragic but necessary hazards of progress.